Crafting the perfect author bio. Let's get it. Now, one of the funniest things to me in the whole book writing process, okay, and I've helped bunch of people write and launch nonfiction books I've written for myself. And one of the things that always seems to stump people or hold people up is creating the author bio. And it's funny to me because we just wrote 30, 40,000 words. And now all of a sudden we got to create one author bio. And that is like the hardest part of the process. And so I really want to take the time here to help you create the perfect author bio for you. All right. Now, I believe that a great author bio is critical, not only because you're going to need it for your book, but it's going to be the thing that people see often first before even buying your book. And so when you have a great author bio, it can help increase purchase decisions. It can help people feel more excited about you. It could get people hyped. It could tell people who you are. It could do so many amazing things. Okay. So here's where your author bio is going to be used, because sometimes people think, oh, it's just my author bio. It goes on the back of my book. Well, it goes on your back cover. Okay. It goes in your About the Author page if you include that in your book. It goes on your Amazon book sales page. And now if you have an Amazon Author Central account, this will actually be what pops up on your page so that people can see your bio before actually purchasing your book. You're going to use a version of your author bio to pitch yourself for podcasts and media. If you do a local news promotion, if you do a global promotion, if you do speaking engagements, you'll use your bio for stage. There's a few variations, but for the most part, your author bio, once you do it once, is going to be used for your book and many other things. And here's what the bio does. It lets people know who you are. It lets people know why they should be interested in what you have to say. It allows you to build a quick little relationship with someone to make you feel like you get them. And it highlights your accomplishments, building credibility. And I think, when I write my author bio, I always want to make sure that I'm sharing as much as I can about me in the shortest words possible, while also not sounding like a complete prick who's just talking about how great I am, but rather, here's what I've done, here's what I'm working on, and here's how I can help, right? And I'm going to break down this process of 5 steps of what makes the perfect author bio. But it's really important. And as a consumer, I often look at the bio before I buy someone's book. I want to see, who is this person? Why should I trust them to buy their book? What have they actually accomplished that makes me interested in their book? And so sometimes as you think about this, put yourself in a position as you are the consumer, as you are the reader. What would a reader want to know about you to feel confident in you about buying your book? So for example, my last book is called Big Idea To Bestseller: How to Write, Publish, and Launch a Nonfiction Book to Grow Your Business and Make an Impact. Well, if someone's thinking about buying my book, Big Idea To Bestseller, well, they're probably going to want to know, have I done this before? And so when they see my bio that I'm a 4-time best-selling author and that I help dozens and dozens of people all the time do this, well, that's telling them some of my accolades while also showing them why it matters to them. All right, I want you to see that. And all I did was reframed it. I started thinking about what would me as a reader want to know before buying the book that is mine. Okay, so now let's talk about the formula. Now there are 5 things that I like to include in a bio, and I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of different ways to write your bio. Okay, there are different styles for everything. Just like there's different styles for writing an intro, a conclusion. There's different styles on how to outline your book. There's all these different things, but what I have found to work really well, and what authors have found to really help them, is you're going to first and foremost in your bio start with a fact about who you are. Okay. So you're going to let people know exactly who you are. What you're going to do while you're doing that in your author bio, step number 2, is you're going to share your credibility or your past experiences that showcase to the reader why they should care, why they should read your book. Okay. This is often mentioning the number one thing that connects the book you just wrote with the reader and what they're looking for. Okay. Step number 3 is further enhance your credibility. What else can be attributed to the work that you've done that will also help the reader give a shit, right? Because remember, people buy nonfiction books to solve their problem or help them get to where they want to go, more than they do to buy from an author they've never heard about. So by being someone, especially If you're a rising star, a new author, you want to make sure that your bio eliminates any objection to why the reader would want to buy your book. Then you're going to add, step 4 is you're going to add a personal touch into your author bio. This allows you to build that relatability factor that lets people know, hey, that you're human just like them, that you don't think you're just this amazing person because you finished your book, but that you're also someone. Maybe you have a family, maybe you have kids, where you grew up, anything that's relevant, okay? Sometimes people include where they went to schools. I mean, there's all different frames of thought. And part of this whole thing is putting the pieces to the puzzle in the right area. And you might have to try a few times to get it right. But when you follow this 5-step formula, and the 5th step here is finish with a call to action. Let people know how to connect, give people access to your contact info, your social info. Always give people a way to further the conversation. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to look at someone's bio and I'm like, well, how do I get in touch with them? I always am looking to, if you're looking at a bio, you're probably going to want to look more about that person. Well, give them a link to your social media. Then they go there. Who knows? Maybe they now go down a rabbit hole, watch 25 videos, buy your book, listen to your podcast, and all of a sudden they're ready to hire you for whatever it is that your book's actually about. So let's recap the perfect book formula for your author bio. Number 1 is start with a fact that establishes who you are. Number 2 is share something that is about your credibility and your past experiences that show the reader why they should care. Number 3 is enhance that credibility. Show more of what is relevant. Number 4, add that personal touch. Be human. And number 5 is include that call to action. Now, let's talk about some tips of how to, when you actually write this can happen. Because it's great. And you're like, Jake, okay, I got it. But do I want to use I? Do I want to use he? Do I want to use my first name? Do you want, like, what? How do I operate it? Well, tip number 1 is always write in the third person. So Jake Kelfer he is this. Even if I'm writing it on my own, I'm still using that language. It's not, I am a 4-time best-selling author. I did this. Don't make it about I. Make it as if, right, you're writing from the third person. So when someone reads it, they see it as very professional. All right. The next thing that I think is so important in author bios is nobody wants to read a page-long author bio, all right, or 2 pages long. Make this short and concise. Now, I'm going to say this. There's difference between a short form bio and a long form bio, but for the sake of your book bio, you want to keep it on the shorter side. Say what you need to say it quickly, and make sure that it connects who you are with why the reader should care. The next thing to know is this: your bio is not permanent. Sure, when you put it in your book, it will be permanent as of that moment, but your bio as a whole will evolve as you evolve. So put the best bio that you can for where you're at today. And then as you evolve, you can update your bio for future books, future opportunities that come from the book. And if you really, really want to change your bio, well, after a certain time, you can actually go back in. If you self-published your book, you can actually go back in, upload it again, and it will actually upload it for you. So you absolutely can update things as they go, but your bio will evolve. And then the last thing that I really want to share is this, okay? If you're struggling to write your author bio, ask a friend for help. If you don't want to ask a friend, hire someone. There are copywriters, freelance people who love writing author bios. You can find somebody to do it at a variety of different budgets. So I encourage you to take this seriously and to create and craft the perfect author bio for you. Okay. And if you want to really dig deeper into the perfect author bio, how to promote yourself, how to upload your book, how to do all these things, then go ahead and text the word free to 661-669-7363. And I'm going to give you a free copy of my book, Big Idea to Bestseller. And in that book, it's going to walk you through the entire publishing process, how to launch your book, how to successfully make money with your book. And so if you want the free copy of my book so that you can learn how to craft your perfect author bio and do everything else in the book process, text the word free to 661-669-7363. That's what I got for you today. And I can't wait to see what your author bio looks like after watching this video.